Hello and welcome to the third game of the first match of the second round of the 8-bit Ladderwars tournament. I'm getting it more consistently now. In the left-hand side of this map, playing on River Island, we have once again playing Deathsworn TigerStyle. And in the top side of this map, we have AOL Recon in the pink, playing for that Lightbringer Pride. And both going to have quite simple starts. Castle back here for Recon. I very much like this build placement. Very defensive, very good. On the other hand, from TigerStyle, slight behind the scenes, we can see he's building this farm here rather than taking the fortress, because he hasn't gone back around this way. And they actually set up a game before this on this map, and they agreed to rematch it because TigerStyle placed his castle here, his fortress, town centre, whatever, and managed to block off his archers from his backward production. And so Tiger has decided that instead of taking a more backwards route, like Recon has taken down here, that he would instead just delay his castle by a bit, which will put him slightly behind in this economic game. And by the positioning of everyone on this map and the fact that he's going into this attempted double farm now, I assume, from these 2 points, slightly less efficient route from here, this is going to be, hopefully, a good late game between these two where they can both get up to some sort of strength. Unlike on the first map, Recon is building backwards and so won't be able to rush as fast. And the same goes on the other side for Tiger, and this really shows here why I think a lot of people in the community do not think that buffing the HP of the Spearman was the right way to go, because these things just are not dying now. Like, they are going to get crushed by these, but this sort of shows you the weird way Spearmen work now, where they are super strong against anything that doesn't crush, and then as soon as something that crushed comes out, they become utterly useless instantaneously. But not much damage done there by them in the end, just holding the forces down a bit. A bit of doodad clearing going on here from TigerStyle. And in the top we can see a similar thing going on from Recon, putting down his third castle here, whereas TigerStyle is using the more inefficient long distance farming with unfortunately a couple of dud dudes, unless these are these could be replay bugs, actually. Seeing as there's one on both of these, I feel like they could be replay bugs, but I don't actually know. They do not exist on Recon's side. But either way, Recon is now getting into the situation where I wouldn't be surprised to see an Aerie coming down sometime soon, and there it is. He is looking in towards getting that strong late game force, and he's going to start pushing in catapults and balloons coming out from the side of TigerStyle. This is I'm very excited to see a proper late game fight happen between these two fantasy classes. I haven't seen enough of these two face each other, as they are probably together the least played classes along with Marines. And going forward, perhaps for this fourth castle soon, is Recon. But right now, just going to start getting those phoenixes out. I would like to see him make some ballistas, because I am agreed with Tarnation that at least getting some ballistas is very good. But Recon is going to stick with his ranges are better idea, and he's going to stay with them, clearing out these doodads here. And we have some balloons here now coming in for a counterattack. I like this. You get to see these little gobos just wiggling across here, and they will eventually start hitting this in the back. But there are already rangers set up here. Very, very good preemptive play from Recon here. He also has some rangers around here, just making sure he has a good amount of vision. And before he hits the back, it looks like Tiger wants to pressure the front, taking a lot of damage on one of those balloons there. And the other balloons are moving in, but are now going to see that they are not safe here. and are going to try and take out these Rangers. I do not see enough balloons to really know how well they can do this. They take out those Rangers pretty fast. So Recon's going to need to send something else to do this. And if TigerStyle keeps his vision well enough and can notice that there is a lot being sent back, he could push in here, but just a small amount of Rangers are going to be sent back, and a couple of Phoenix. This could still be an opportunity for TigerStyle to attack from the front, though. He is going to take out some farming here, but not a huge amount. He now sees that the Phoenixes are back and immediately starts pushing out down the middle. I very much like this play. He's going to have to try and maybe get out of this bridge. This bridge is a very nasty place to have to attack through. And, I mean, these catapults getting very close. Keep attacking. Oh, now he's going to have to run back through this, which is not a nice place to be. Didn't really manage to get anything with that. The tower is up here as well for Recon to make this a very hard location to push across this bridge. He might need to try and push around a sideway, might be better. But this defensive force managed to essentially keep his economy intact because he still has 3 miners here. I mean, it looks like he's making a 4th now. He may have slightly overreacted to that, but with this new fortress going down, he can easily find a place for the extra worker. And he has this big, strong army here that's only going to get stronger. A lot of catapults coming here from TigerStyle, but I just do not think with an army of catapults that you can push across this middle range, especially as the trees are actually going to be incredibly powerful against the catapults in a straight-up engage. The catapults are really going to want to be pushing them back or having the trees entirely focus on the Cyclops. A big group of balloons going around to check. Now, Recon should have seen this, and he still has that force defending from his side, and it looks like he's bringing some of his main army down as a way to cut off these balloons from retreat, and this is really not going to go well. They're just going to try and race for the fortress. Are they going to be able to take it? There are a lot of Phoenixes here. The balloons are nicely spreading themselves out here, but ooh, replay system, don't die. There we go. The stronghold goes down, and it's going to have to upgrade one of his other fortresses to a stronghold at some point, I believe. Right now could be a good time for TigerStyle to push, and he has seen the problem with crossing that bridge and is deciding to move up to the side. Very good vision control from Recon will mean that he spots this immediately. A lot of Phoenixes getting made out of here as well. Very, very good, very aggressive. He's choosing to remake this base so he can keep mining from these last few points. Being on 5 mining bases is incredibly good, and he throws up the vision spell here to make sure he can see this. Catapults trying to move forward, but these Phoenixes are really going to be hell because they're going to kill all this infantry so quickly, and the infantry is essentially the Death Sworn's anti-air. The Death Sworn have no other anti-air. You can see how these Phoenix are just allowed to run riot in the middle of their army, while the catapults, yeah, are keeping the ground army of Lightbringers at bay, but this is mostly Phoenix, honestly. I feel like this compositional advantage is heavily tilted towards Lightbringers, and I'd like to see this army cross the bridge and try and hit them from another side right now, honestly. I'm going to move up and group up with this army, but I honestly don't think they help. There's so many Phoenixes here. He needs anti-air, and all he has are more ogres. He's making some dragons now because he's realized the weakness in his army here, but I think it's too late. Phoenixes are just going to push into him. He's going to get some damage done to this front, but these Phoenixes are just going to destroy them in the end. This army over here is kind of locked out, going to try and be safe here. And TigerStyle is sending some more units in there to try and go for the throat. Oh, this could be a massacre. This could actually. I mean, TigerStyle's not there to get stuff moving. There you go. This could end up being a bit of a massacre, but these Phoenixes are just allowed to reign free on this, and taking out the area is going to be very nice for TigerStyle. He's getting a lot done in this fight. Army composition-wise, he's in a really bad state, but now he has taken out so much production that if he can build a lot of these air buildings, oh, that is not looking good for him. Does this mean that yes, all of his other mining spots are done, and so he has a lot of these useless miners here? These Phoenixes just slowly tearing away at this army that has so little anti-air. He's getting some more Arbalists now, but Phoenixes are just so good against everything that Death Sworn has that can hit air. And this is going to be the counter push by the looks of it. Just this big army of phoenixes rolling across the map. At this point, these shots into these harvesters are actually kind of wasted. But once they all die, he will be even further behind on economy. I feel like, by the looks of how fast his army's shrinking, that TigerStyle just doesn't have the money to make anything anymore. And these phoenixes, whew. Remember as well, each of these phoenixes has to die twice, and they've realised that there's nothing to stop them now, so they're just going to roll on. I very much like this move. You put the phoenixes over here to kill the dragons as they come out, and then you have your trees over here just slowly beating down the production. And TigerStyle throws out the GG, meaning that this has been a very dominant, once again, 3-0 from Recon. Can anybody stop the power of Lightbringers? Just gonna, as they chat away, we're just gonna get to watch these phoenixes going to work on these buildings. Recon saying he doubts dragons would have done much better, but I don't know what he could get other than that. I think the Phoenix deal so well with all of Deathspawn's anti-air, and that was quite a cool game to get to see. So Recon is now in the finals and will be awaiting the winner of Tarnation versus Proven Supreme.